Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the English Daily Book Summary YouTube channel. In order to not stop learning, listen to an English book summary every day for free.
Susie DeVille, Buoyant, The Entrepreneur's Guide to Becoming Wildly Successful, Creative, and Free. Hey there, entrepreneur. If you've been hustling endlessly, throwing every idea at the wall to see what sticks, and yet still feel stagnant, it might be time to take a step back. Many entrepreneurs and founders get caught in the cycle of working harder and harder, fueled by anxiety and the hope of uncovering that elusive magic bullet to success. But here's the truth. There is no secret hack or perfect strategy that will transform your business overnight. Not yet, at least. The most important investment you can make is in yourself, refilling your well of creativity, inspiration, and energy. If you're constantly running on empty, no strategy will ever land the way you want it to. By reclaiming your zest for life and rediscovering your sense of purpose, you'll not only recharge yourself, you'll recharge your business. Building a life that prioritizes joy, meaning, and abundance over endless grind is what will truly make the difference. This blink is designed to help you do just that. It's filled with exercises designed to reconnect you with you, your creativity, your core values, and your drive. Take the time to breathe more life into yourself, and you'll find your business begins to thrive naturally, too. Journal your way to possibilities. Do you let your ideas breathe? Imagine the moment a spark of inspiration ignites within you. How often do you let it flourish, evolve, and grow before the voice of your inner critic swoops in, pointing out flaws and convincing you to discard it? This cycle of inner judgment fuels anxiety, stifling creativity and preventing ideas from reaching their potential. But what if you paused, embraced that spark, and allowed yourself to explore without self-imposed barriers? By creating space for possibilities, you unlock a world of opportunity. One of the most powerful tools for overcoming judgment and negativity is remarkably simple: a journal. Whether it's a plain dollar store notebook or a luxurious leather-bound diary, a journal provides a safe, judgment-free space to explore your thoughts, vent frustrations, and take creative risks. It's a place where you can work through negativity and try out ideas without fear of failure. Journaling works by shifting your thoughts from chaotic internal loops to tangible words on a page. Writing helps you process emotions, break down the inner critic, and see patterns that might otherwise remain hidden. The key is practice. Regular journaling builds the habit of self-reflection, allowing you to release negativity and develop clarity over time. Try this exercise. Turn your journal sideways and write boldly across the middle. What do I love? What do I live for? Without overthinking, jot down everything that comes to mind. By the time the page is full, you'll have created a valuable foundation, a personal compass to guide your entrepreneurial journey. Ready for a deeper dive? On a fresh spread, list your anchors, the things weighing you down in business or life. These might be unresolved tasks, persistent worries, or commitments you've avoided. You don't need to solve them immediately. Simply articulating them can bring surprising clarity and a sense of lightness. Your journey to joyful entrepreneurship begins when you cultivate space for curiosity, embrace creative practice, and confront your inner critic with compassion. The 5 M's, your secret to unleashing creativity. You're feeling stuck. Your business is stagnating. Desperate for inspiration, you sit at your desk staring at a blank laptop screen or notebook page. Nothing comes. The tension builds. Your spine stiffens, your jaw clenches, and frustration takes over. Hours later, the page is still blank. You slam your laptop shut, berating yourself. You're not creative. You don't have good ideas. No wonder your business isn't thriving. Wait, you're not the problem, but your approach to inspiration might need a shift. Science tells us that the best ideas don't come from forcing our conscious mind to solve problems. They emerge when we engage the subconscious brain, often in flow states, a mental zone where you're fully immersed in an activity, effortlessly focused, and free from judgment. These states quiet the inner critic and open pathways to creativity. So, how do you invite flow and inspiration into your life? Enter the 5 M's: meditation, morning pages, movement, moments of inspired learning, and making something. Begin with meditation. It doesn't need to be complicated. A simple 5-minute practice can calm your mind and create space for clarity. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Let your thoughts drift, without judgment, and notice how your mind feels lighter. Morning pages is a practice of free writing 3 pages first thing in the morning. They're not meant to be polished or profound. Rather, they serve to clear mental clutter and unlock hidden thoughts. By the end of your pages, you'll often stumble upon ideas that surprise you. Something that can work wonders for inspiration is movement. A gentle walk, some stretches, or yoga gets your blood flowing and your mind wandering. Research shows that physical activity boosts creativity and problem solving. Moments of inspired learning reconnect us to wonder. Whether it's reading a poem, exploring an art exhibit, or watching a fascinating documentary, these experiences broaden our perspective and spark fresh ideas. Finally, making something. Whether that means doodling, cooking, crafting, or whatever else, activates your creative brain in unexpected ways. These tactile, low-pressure activities help bypass overthinking and tap into your imagination. By weaving the 5 M's into your routine, you'll create an environment where inspiration flows naturally, and joyful entrepreneurship becomes a way of life. Embrace resistance. Every entrepreneur has encountered it, that brutal voice in your head that whispers, "You're not good enough." This voice isn't just self-doubt, it's a sneakier adversary called resistance. And while it feels deeply personal, resistance is universal, an impersonal force of nature like gravity. It doesn't care who you are or what you're trying to build. It's just there to stop you. Resistance often disguises itself as self-loathing. But this is the trick. Resistance personalizes its attacks to fool you into thinking it's your own voice. It's not. The appearance of resistance, paradoxically, is a good thing. It usually shows up when something meaningful is at stake. This could be a groundbreaking idea, a business, or an act of integrity waiting to be realized. Resistance is the shadow cast by the tree of your vision. Where there's resistance, there's a dream close by. When you hear that self-loathing voice, recognize it for what it is: resistance. This awareness doesn't make the challenge of doing the work easier, but it strips away the illusion. Your job is to identify the dream that resistance is protecting and take action to bring it to life. If you want to move beyond resistance to uncover the dreams lurking under its surface, try this simple exercise. First, name it. Take a blank sheet of paper or open a fresh document. Write down the exact words of your inner critic. Be brutally honest. What is the voice of resistance saying to you? You're not talented enough. This idea will fail. Or, who cares about what you create? Externalize these thoughts without filtering. Second, frame it. Beneath each statement, reframe the voice of resistance. Recognize it as a sign of a big idea nearby. For example, resistance says, "This idea will fail." But your reframe says, "Resistance shows up because this idea matters and scares me, which means it's worth exploring." Finally, defy it. Write down one small, actionable step toward your dream that you can take today, no matter how small. Maybe it's brainstorming for 5 minutes, sketching a rough idea, or writing the first paragraph. The goal isn't perfection, it's movement. Return to your joy sources. When Ray Bradbury was a young boy, he adored reading Buck Rogers comics, but when classmates teased him, he gave them up. A few miserable weeks later, Bradbury made a bold decision. He'd rather live joyfully with his comics than miserably without them. Fitting in wasn't worth it. This small act of rebellion allowed him to stay connected to what he loved, paving the way for his career as a legendary writer. Many of us have had similar experiences. Our art was criticized, our singing dismissed, our dancing laughed at. These formative moments can turn creative joys into sources of shame, often leading us to abandon them altogether. But here's the good news. it's never too late to reclaim the joy we've left behind. In fact, reconnecting with these sources of play is essential for creativity and innovation in entrepreneurship. Why? Joy and play spark the imagination. Neuroscience shows that when we're relaxed and enjoying ourselves, our brains make unexpected connections and solve problems in novel ways. Play nurtures a sense of curiosity and experimentation, essential qualities for navigating the challenges of running a business. Joy fuels resilience, giving us the energy to persist through inevitable setbacks. Start with a playful exercise in your journal. Title a page "My Play History," and reflect on 5 moments in your life when you felt fully alive, immersed, exhilarated, and connected. Free write 2 paragraphs for each memory, describing the experience in detail. Then circle all the verbs in your writing. Words like painted, explored, or built will likely emerge, revealing patterns of what brings you true joy. Reclaiming these joys can transform your life and business. Take small, deliberate steps to reintroduce play. Dance to your favorite song, doodle for 10 minutes, or join a cooking class. When you integrate play into your daily routine, you'll rediscover a creative energy that spills over into your work, making entrepreneurship not just productive, but profoundly joyful. Protect your energy. Hustle, grind, push, slay. Modern entrepreneurial culture celebrates burnout as a rite of passage and treats sleep as a luxury. But what does living in this state of constant striving and urgency do to us over time? It locks us in a cycle of chronic stress and self-doubt. This stress doesn't just affect your productivity, it rewires your mind and body. Mirror neurons, the parts of your brain that mimic the emotions and energy of those around you, pick up on the constant cortisol and adrenaline coursing through your system. The result? A perpetual state of panic that robs you of calm, confidence, and clarity. The world tells us that the path to entrepreneurial success requires being more motivated, more resourceful, more talented. But here's the truth. You are already enough. You always have been. The sooner you believe this, the smoother your journey will be. To reclaim your energy and essence, start by identifying what's draining you. Open your journal and perform an energy leak audit. Ask yourself, what is bleeding into me? What am I bleeding into others? List the interactions, habits, and ideas that leave you feeling drained. No judgment, just observe. Next, implement practical strategies to protect your energy. If you feel apprehensive before meeting someone, pause and reflect. Tune into your intuition and trust its guidance. If a meeting or interaction feels draining, take a break to regather your energy before re-engaging as your strongest, most grounded self. Notice times when you feel truly alive and in tune with your energy. What people, places, or projects contribute to this state? Journal to solidify those insights and find ways to schedule and protect time for what fuels you. Your energy is your power. Guard it fiercely, and you'll build a business not from stress, but from joy and authentic strength. The power of small steps. How often do you hear someone proudly exclaim, "I'm crazy busy"? It's practically a badge of honor. Overcommitting, overscheduling, and over-delivering have become synonymous with success. So, when you set out to grow your business or go freelance, the temptation is to leap from zero to Everest in record time. But true success doesn't come from burnout. It comes from small, consistent, and sustainable steps. This is the law of accumulation, the idea that small, incremental actions compound over time to create extraordinary results. Each daily effort, no matter how small, builds reserves of confidence, energy, and well-being. With every step, you slough off limiting beliefs and move closer to becoming the person capable of achieving your vision. Here's a practical exercise to bring this concept to life. Create a before and after snapshot of your entrepreneurial journey. In your journal, detail your before picture. Describe the metrics, habits, and mindset of where you are today. Be honest, this is your starting point. Then, write your after picture. What habits, milestones, and metrics define the version of you who has achieved your dreams? Is it launching a successful podcast, hitting 7 figures, or cultivating a thriving creative practice? Next, map small, achievable steps to bridge the gap between before and after. Focus on sustainable changes, replacing one habit at a time, establishing clear rituals, and celebrating small wins along the way. A word of caution. As you grow, you may outgrow parts of your life, including relationships. Some people might resist your transformation, clinging to the comfort of your before picture. Trust the process and surround yourself with those who support your growth. Remember, the magic lies not in the aftershot, but in the journey of becoming. Success is built one small, joyful step at a time. The main takeaway of this Blink to Buoyant by Susie DeVille is that entrepreneurship can be joyful and creative when you emphasize reconnecting with yourself and your creativity first. Key strategies to achieve this include journaling, embracing creative practices like the 5 M's, and reconnecting with play and personal joy to nurture innovation and resilience. Okay, that's it for this Blink. We hope you enjoyed it. If you can, please take the time to leave us a rating. We always appreciate your feedback. Thanks for listening, and see you in the next Blink.